Welcome back, yes, to the final episode of In Pursuit of Purpose podcast. I'll be honest, I didn't know this one was going to be coming from here, but it's the finale, and what better way to end a finale off than with a beautiful story. Man, let me tell y'all something. This season has been probably about my best work. This has been my best work. And I know that, it doesn't look like some of the things I'm used to doing, but, the results for people that have listened to this show and the results for myself, how much I've grown from those that I've put on the show, it just helped me understand that there's a place that I can always go to, even if it's to hear myself talk to me again. That's always beautiful, and I put enough work out there just with this season alone to be able to go back and get my own personal healing. But with that being said, things are so much beautiful around this way. Why? Because where am I? Man, I am here in McAllen, Texas. Yes, I am here on a retreat, here trying to just better myself and better my life and better so many other people around me to make me better in who I am. But sometimes, that iron sharpens iron saying comes back into play. And this is where, the iron has sharpened the iron some, but the thing is that there's still more sharpening to go. So that's beautiful. And I am here in McAllen, Texas with a meditations master, a meditations guru, a meditation healer, a shaman, a healer in many ways. And I found and discovered this person, online, via everywhere else, everybody else discover people. And this person spoke to my soul in a different way. And I knew whatever was going on had to be felt by this person. And so I took it upon myself to come on a journey. And I met this beautiful soul. Her name is Elizabeth Love. And what she has done for my life in just a span of 3 days could do so much more for others. The understanding is so unmatched because you have to be here to really understand. You just have to be here. Some places you can get what you need without being there, but this is one of the places that I had to be here, and you have to be here. And so I'm going to introduce and bring onto the platform Elizabeth Love to talk about meditation, to help us understand it deeper, because there's some things I wasn't clear on myself, and just to discover more about what she does and how she helps people here at this beautiful ashram in Texas and on this beautiful plot of land. So with that being said, let me introduce you to Elizabeth Love. Thank you for joining In Pursuit of Purpose podcast. Let's talk some things. How are you?
Hi, good. Thank you and welcome to my sacred space, to my sacred land.
You hear that beautiful, soft-spoken voice? I mean, that's a soulful person. So, anyhow, I'm gonna do my best to just give you a story that you never heard before, and you would never hear it before, but you have to, again, you cannot do it by not being here. Anyway, with that being said, here we go. So, I came here and I was able to meet with the master. I was able to meet with a master, Elizabeth Love. Elizabeth, for people that may not understand what you do, help them gain a deeper understanding of that so that they have a difference from what they used to believe to now seeing it from your perspective in your mind.
Basically, is helping people connect to their true higher self, being able to find out who they really are, so they can just elevate their consciousness and vibrational frequency.
You have been, this podcast is different, and it should end this way. And so, as a meditations teacher, a meditation master, a guru, people will sometimes miss what that means as a guru, and they think that it's another person trying to be like, the highest person above everyone and say, I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. Can you help people understand that they can be gurus too? Is that true? Can other people be gurus? Do other people need a guru before they become a guru? Can a person become a guru enlightened without a guru? And this is where I've gained a lot of clarity for myself, because some of the times you think you can become enlightened all on your own, but sometimes it takes a whole nother guru. So how do you help people understand that? Because you broke some things in me.
We have to help people to understand how to become their own master, their own guru. Master yourself. First, you have to master yourself in order to be able to give something to the outside world of you, basically.
And keep a very good, healthy perspective about that. Because if you don't keep a healthy perspective, you can easily lose the whole reason and how you're supposed to go from here. So I came to this ashram, beautiful ashram on this big land in Texas. And in Texas, everything is big. And so I came here and I learned so many things about myself. I've learned what I thought I knew and what I thought I didn't know. And I learned that, you need someone that has, a deeper understanding. And you have to understand that in the levels of this is what I'm learning and what I've learned, that in the levels of growth, you can only reach a certain a peak, and somebody higher has to take you higher. And so when you have students and you have clients and you have people that you train and you teach that become masters, are they able to see themselves first, being able to, heal themselves? How does one heal themselves? How should one start a process of healing themselves? What's the right path? Because a lot of us think that we're walking down the path, but I'm learning that not all of us are walking down that path.
Well, first of all, we have to understand that 99% of any sickness in us is emotional, because we are sensitive beings. So we have to understand ourselves. We need to understand what is it that make us happy, who we are, in order to be able to not live in a negative state that will cause any sickness in us.
Talk to me about, because in meditation it can get deep, and I love meditating, and I want to learn from your words, hear from your words, what does it mean to be, still? And is it in meditation does one become still? How can one be still within themselves? And I think that a lot of people will be willing to learn, so that what I've learned is how to not force things, but it's really in stillness. And the stillness I've gotten, it's changed me radically. So can you talk something about meditation and being still? What does that practical guide look like?
Basically, we need to understand that stillness is the first step to be able to access higher levels of consciousness. You need to be able to be still. So people, first of all, they have to learn how to be still. And after they're still, maybe they will be able to access higher levels of consciousness. So that's the first step. Only.
And we're activating, and so many people want to move, because activation kind of means like something moving, and so many people want to move. And I learned that things are not forced, and when you don't rush to move things in its position and into its place, you're learning how to really manifest. You're learning how the beginning levels of what it is, and you got to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you get what you want, and things fall into your lap. Just sharing how things manifest themselves. Get deeper into that a little bit, so people know that it doesn't just take, a guru. It doesn't just take stillness. It takes the art of going deeper into stillness. And, because we get stillness, like sometimes we get to stillness and we think, oh, that's it, that's all to it. But it goes deeper in stillness. The Buddha sat for how long? Buddha sat for how long in the forest? For years, and a lot of times, a lot of these gurus go off and sit by themselves, and they get alone, because they understand that stillness really goes within. It's an inside job, and I like to look at it like a hurricane. I'll explain that later. But manifesting, we've been doing meditation here, and you just shared some things with me, and everything that I see around you has been a manifestation for you. Mm-hmm. Everything around you has been everything has been a manifestation for you. Can you talk a little bit about, like, how does one relax with that ideal of trying not to move? Because people are very scared. People don't want to stop moving. This quarantine showed us that we want to be busy. We want to move. We got this urge to move. But why is it more important for us not to move? And we talked about getting still, but why is it more important for us not to rush to move, to not force things, so that we can manifest?
Basically, we have to understand the waves of energy There's energy always moving, comes and goes. And how that energy comes and goes, we also change. So we need to understand in what level of consciousness we are to know what we want. So once you know what you want, you can manifest. But first, you need to know what you want. And then you can tune into that frequency and bring it to your life. It comes automatically.
It comes automatically. Wow. So you keep everything very quiet around here, and that's a reason. You know, you keep it very quiet, and you know, I know that this is a place of healing. The land speaks to me. The nature around me, the plants, they speak to me. Everything around me speaks to me. And so that quietness, I see, you know, that it takes, you know, to attain this kind of peace, this kind of quietness, it takes a long time practice. And you've been practicing meditation for about, I believe, 20 years. Mm-hmm. A meditation teacher, teaching it, learning it, studying it, becoming a master. Mm-hmm. For about 20 years. I don't even have a third of that in yet. You know, talk to me about just the discipline and the growth that you went through to become a meditation master and teacher.
Well, basically, I was already born a high spiritual being. Since I was born, I was always a very sensitive being, aware of my surroundings. And I will always look at everything at a very deep level. Always, I was like that. But when we come here, we have to awaken to the reality of who we are, because the society, as soon as we are born, we start getting programmed. They start putting wrong information into us. So it gets to the point that we lose consciousness of who we really are. Mm-hmm. So through the methods of meditation, you can have access to your true being. Mm. So when you know who you are, of course you know what you need. And the universe will always provide everything that you need.
Thank you. I'm grateful. So it's just learning to be and knowing who you are as you were born, and as you grow, as you study and get deeper and deeper into your soul, into yourself, you start to learn how everything in the universe wants you to have what you want to have. Everything in the universe wants you to have that. Whatever you want to have, it wants you to have it. Like a father and a mother to their child. Whatever your child wants, you want to give them. We want our child to experience that. We want them to feel what that's like. In your life around here reflects a life that truly everybody wants. A peaceful, quiet life. And you've attained that. But you've attained that through a lot of years of becoming who you are now. And so that discipline and that commitment takes a lot of practice. And all of us, me included, you know, we have a lot to learn, to grow. And I thought I knew a little bit, but I learned that I didn't even know that much. So it's going to take a lot of discipline to want to get this kind of growth. And I've been committed because I study and I learn and I read and I pay attention and I'm very aware of what's going on. So I learned from a lot of things, and just living my own life, I learned from that alone as well. Being able to touch people the way I've done, to want that kind of peace where it's undisturbing. And so a lot of people are fighting for an undisturbing peace, because people think that peace can be disturbed. But I always tell people peace truly cannot be disturbed. Think about that. Peace cannot be disturbed. Peace is peace. So you cannot disturb peace, what peace is. And so people want that kind of peace that cannot be disturbed. I came here to an ashram here in Texas, and I met with you, and it was just me and you, and it felt like the connection was just deeper than any connection I've had. The flow, the movement, the way things were around here was just phenomenal, and I'm learning things through that, desiring that kind of peace. I know people can't get that overnight, and I don't want you to even explain how can people get that, but I want you to talk about what gave you your purpose for wanting to be the master that you are.
I just became who I am. You keep growing with life. You keep learning with life. And life is teaching you every day how to become master. So you have to go through a lot of things and sufferings as well. But you have to understand that nothing is bad, but everything that looks good is also not bad. You have to flow with life. Don't judge. Just live it. Feel it. Allow it. You have to allow things. Sometimes in our mind, we think we want something, but that's just your mind. It's not what you really want in your heart. And it's when people get confused. It's when people get depressed because they are not connected to themselves anymore. It's easy to get lost. So that's why it's important to practice a meditation, to come back to yourself. But you have to have the discipline to practice, to always come back to yourself.
We did so much here that I can't even go through naming, and I don't even want to explain what I went through, the things that I've did. I don't want to even try to explain it because I can very easily, but to explain it, it's not going to do you any good. It's going to make you want to come. And I came here and I got everything that I didn't expect. I got everything I didn't expect. I didn't expect that, but I know I needed it. I didn't expect that, but I know I wanted it. I didn't expect that, but I know it was needed. The breathing, the meditations, the being still, the engaging in the moment, learning, just the learning process, becoming a student all over again. Becoming a student all over again for people to take a moment to see that they still got work to do. It's not as easy as you think, and it's not as easy as it look, but it takes work to truly become the master. And you do it with such grace. I've told you this, like, you do it with such grace. I saw you in some of your moments where you was just flowing. You was just doing it with grace, with love. You was just doing it with so much, for yourself in your heart. And I see where your heart is. And being a person of color, being a person of color, because you are a person of color, you are, a Mexican woman that would be judged as one. And you are living only 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from the border in these beautiful grounds. You're only 10 minutes away from the border. And I've been to the border and I've seen the reality and I felt the connection between the Mexican people, and I felt the connection, or the disconnection, I would say, from the Mexican people in America. I felt it, and it was intense. And so your passion to love the way you love, is that from your culture? Is that from your people? Is that for your people? Why are you doing something and staying so close to your people? Because I know that there's a reason why you're right there and you're trying to connect more. Are you trying to send this message out to them? Are you trying to get them to see the truth? Is it them or is it Americans? Who are you after with this passion?
Okay, like I said, I was born like that. Okay? I was born sensitive with a big heart. By being sensitive, you can feel what other people feel. You can understand people. So when you have that gift of connecting, understanding, you can help by guiding them to what they need, because you can see what they need as well. And sometimes something very simple, love. And love, we have to know how to love. It's an art. It's an art that nowadays is lost. Society.
These things I can't explain, but I do know that what I've gained, what I've learned, what I have to still learn, it's just beautiful from this point on. And so I urge every one of you to come down to Texas and become the master that you're trying to become. But come sit under one and learn from a master. And then you can go off and be a master. But you must come and learn from a master. And you must recognize when you are in front of a master. You must recognize when you are standing with a master, so that you can submit yourself to growing, and you can submit yourself to a change that's needed within you. And this podcast I'm bringing to you because it gave me so much value in just coming as a student versus coming as an observer, just to watch, be another onlooker, standing from the sides. I just want to look on. I don't want to engage. I don't even want to try. And so you have to rectify a lot of that within yourself. You have to rectify, you have to clean it up before you even come. And you have to be willing to just drop it and say, okay, because this is a place that you need. The grounds, everything about it is feeding and nourishing. So, with that being said, I went on a rant, but I wanted to go off the heart right there. And I want to continue talking to Elizabeth Love. She's here with me, the beautiful meditations master, the guru, the Prem Sangeeta, the Prem Sangeeta. Tell us what that means, and tell us what that means going into a study of becoming a Prem Sangeeta.
Okay, basically, Prem Sangeeta, it's a name that was given to me when I chose a meditation path, which is being Osho Sannyasin. Osho Sannyasins are meditators that follow this guru from India. So he's the one that gave me most of the teachings and the things that I practice.
Did he give you your name?
Yes, he gave me my spiritual name. And he made me a monk.
A ma meaning monk.
Yes.
A meditation monk. Ma meaning meditation monk. So you're a meditation monk. So you're at the top level. You're at the levels of where you have people now under you following your teachings. And you have people, disciples under you following your ways. And you're navigating them back to their truth, their love for themselves. And a lot of people will criticize you. People that don't understand. So how do you deal with those who criticize you? How do you deal with those who are looking on, making these judgments about your path? People like family and stuff like that. How do you deal with that? Because to choose a meditation path is to be out there, and people are going to see you as out there. So how are you dealing with criticism when it's coming your way?
First of all, I had to detach from all those things to become who I am. I had to let go of everything and everyone who wouldn't understand my path. I had to become the spiritual being that I am, and that's the only way I can be is being true to myself. So whoever is not helping to be true to myself, I have to remove from my path, or I have to remove myself from that space.
So we're all about social distancing. Social distancing is the name of the game. You know, we distance ourselves socially from people, for real, in a more spiritual way, a more pragmatic way, that people have to look at each other and deal with each other. I'm more of the belief, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just, you're going to clean out that space. Your space is going to say, look, this energy doesn't match. It doesn't match. And so therefore y'all can't align. So it's gonna be removed, because I'm gonna continue being the truth that I am. So that speaks louder. That's gonna speak louder to people, my truth that I am. And so people are going to see that, and it's going to resonate more, because of the person who's not living their truth. Theirs is going to become like a fire is going to go out.
It's like practicing feng shui. You always need to be clearing the spaces in order to attract the things that you want. If you don't clear what you don't need, what you don't want, you don't have that space for that new thing to come. And we're talking in the material world. If we talk about feng shui, the house, but it's the same thing within us. We have trapped emotions and energetic blocks that doesn't allow us to flow, to change, to evolve, to grow to higher levels of energy vibration. So we have to remove all those negative emotions and energy blocks from our energetic field and physical body.
Wow. I want to ask you one last question before I go into the 3 favorite questions, the 3 ending questions. Talk about being present. I think we had a discussion about this morning. Being present. Mm-hmm. What does it mean to be present?
Well, what I was telling you in the morning was that sometimes people don't realize that the moment that they are living is one of the most important moments in their life. They don't even realize it because they are not even present in that moment. Something is happening around them in that moment, and they cannot see it because they are not there. And by the time they realize, that moment is gone. So you have to be present. Don't be in the past, it's already past. Don't be in the future, because it doesn't matter. You need to be in this present. What you're living, feel yourself. Center to your heart. Be aware of your surroundings.
That just about does it. I just want to say thank you. I'm very thankful for this podcast being the finale of the season. And it's just beautiful the way it's ending. It's beautiful the way what I've gotten to cap off the rest of the season, and just put myself on a personal journey and getting what I'm getting and leaving with what I'm leaving with. It makes everything that I have to do, it makes everything around me, anything I have anything to do, it makes it that much better. It's going to make it better. And so I'm here at the Ashram in Texas with Prem Sangeeta Elizabeth Love, the meditation's master, the meditation's guru, the healer, the energy worker, the shaman. I want to ask her my favorite three. It's only my favorite three because it just gets us off a different topic onto another topic, and it's just asking you three questions that you have to think about. So, are you trying to be great? Are you driving to be great? If so, what's driving you? What are you trying to be great, and what's driving you there if that's the case? Or are you not trying to be great? Talk to me.
It's only pure love. Only pure love. That's the only thing that drives me. You always want to try to help another one feel the same love that you feel, to make this more a blissful world, more peaceful, so we can all live in that harmony and peaceful way. But we have to share it. We have to help each other to understand how to live in a peaceful way, in a loving way, with consciousness. Just loving each other. Everyone. The little kid on the street, the homeless, the poor, rich, sad man. We have to love them too. The happy woman, everyone, the grandmother, the grandfather. Everybody has to be loved and respected. The nature, the plants that feed us, the animals, the air that we breathe. Every cell we have to be loved.
Wow. If that doesn't beat anything. Yeah. Who inspires you? Is there anybody that inspires you? Who's your inspiration?
Woman.
Who?
Woman.
Woman?
Yes, because women are the strongest force of the universe, because they are in touch with the love, with the emotions, with the sensibility. The ones that give birth, the ones that give the life. Very powerful. So I'm inspired by love, and I have allowed myself to bring teachers like Master Osho to my life to guide me and to help me, and that inspiration that I have to give love, do it the right way through those teachings.
Okay. Yes. All right. Last one. Are you, who or what are you in pursuit of, or what is your purpose in life?
My purpose is to inspire people to become what we just talked about, their own masters, to become enlightened beings, to become peaceful, full of love beings. I want to see a society like that, where a lot of people, everyone is happy, blissful. So to grow that as much as possible. For people who don't know the way of happiness, how to find the happiness, I want to be able to guide them. That there is a space where you can be blissful forever. That you have to learn to live the life with grace, with love, happiness. So that's what we do here. We teach people to live that kind of life.
Wow. I want to tell them, my next question after that is usually tell people where can they find you, where can they look you up, but I almost don't want to tell them because I want to keep you to myself. I want to keep you quiet as kept. I want to keep you under the radar about where you are and not allowing anybody else to come and see you and get you. I feel like, nah, but I can't be that selfish. So I have to ask you, where can people find you? How can people locate you? And how can people come see you, see about you?
I have the Facebook page, Elizabeth Love. But at the moment, it has to be when the right time comes. When there is something ready for people to come here, we will make it public and we will allow people to come here. At the moment, we're preparing for many issues happening in the world, but the people that is meant to come here for healing, those people will come at the right time when it's ready. So we will see.
I got it. Basically, if you're serious about really healing yourself, you won't have to find this place, it'll find you. You see? You don't have to find it, it will find you. And you'll say, whoa, what is this doing right here popping up in my field? I guess I really need this. This came in my field for a reason, so I'm going to take it, especially if it's for your good and your growth. So that's how you're going to find this place. It's going to be totally up to how
they match their energy to this place.
Yeah. They're
ready for the change.
That's right. So, to finish off with that, I'll let that be the final say. I just wanted to spend a moment of gratitude. I call it MOG. A moment of gratitude to just say thank you. Say that you have touched my life. You have blessed me and you've blessed others. You've made my life so much better coming away from this. You've made it just seem so easy, but I know it takes work. Being here, I know it takes work. And I just want to say thank you for that. I just bestow upon you just greatness, goodness, good fortune, good people, great relationships. So just come around you, surround you. I just speak over you right now. The many disciples that will follow your word and become, what your purpose is to do is to become pure love, and they will find the pure love within themselves. So I speak that you will touch them in that way. I speak that they will come and see you. I speak that you will be the master of many. You will be the one that everyone will know that when they're seeking this pure love about themselves, they know that you speak to that language. They know that you touch them in that way. They know that you're going to be the one, and that's what your role is. You're going to be the one, and I speak that over you. You are the one, and I just say thank you, and I'm grateful, and I'm feeling good, and you deserve all the abundance and love that you get. Thank you for touching my heart, and I speak that you will touch many.
All I can say is I'm just a spiritual being giving love, and the way things are going to happen are the way they are meant to happen. I'm not too much worried about if I'm going to be unimportant or famous or nothing like that. I'm just here giving love, and whoever wants to join that frequency of love, they can join this place to vibe in a very good way in life. That's all.
I love you. I love me. I love us. I will see you all in pursuit. Wow. What a beautiful way to end season 2 with a self-retreat. Deep in the heart of Texas, visiting the Mexican border, going to the Mexican nation, seeing the Mexican people. It was beautiful. I just gotta say that what took place and what transpired was remarkable. For all the guests that came on to this show, for everyone who subscribed and everyone who liked and everyone who shared, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. You are loved. You will always be in my heart. Right now it's time for me to go on a self-quarantine in the sense of me going to do more spiritual work, study more about myself, study more about what I do, and learn from others. I hope that you got something out of season 2. I look forward to seeing you season 3. I love you. I love me. I love us. And I'll see you all in pursuit.
Come around and the lights they shimmer. Walk by and the ground will simmer. Out of my life and the life get dimmer. Life don't stop, we rock, we get it, we go. High up life, we winning too old. Even if life hit us with lows, I'ma still shine in the light like gold. Hype in the moment, I might fly. High and I'm rising, I'm feeling I might cry. White horizon according to my eye. Life has got me biting, I'm feeling like Mike Ty. Always hiding and running for my life. Problem nobody hearing cause I lie. Only hope that you looking when I fly. Pray to God that you looking when I fly. Cause I'ma fly up. Show you life when it's high up. Lonely nights got me tied up. If I die, would you cry up? Looking at you cause I wanted to prove I can make it, but I'm stuck. Looking at you cause I wanted to prove I can make it, but I'm stuck. I'm not really so fucking just saying I'm fucking just miles up. I'm the girls I'm fucking just saying I'm fucking just miles up.
If I could go back in time, I'll tell myself the love you give for this you must learn, give yourself. I know I've made mistakes